Faith is eternal.
Yes.
Take and hold. Apothecary ready. What are your needs? What are your needs? For the Emperor!
Fear not the Psyker.
Yes. The Emperor protects.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith is eternal. Faith
Marine
is
squad
eternal.
deployed. Yes, my lord. Moving out. What are your needs? Who requires my aid? For the Emperor! What are your needs? What are your needs? What are your needs?
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721
the Psyker.
initiated.
What are your needs? Direct me to the injured. Direct me to the injured. What are your needs?
Yes, Lord.
Faith is eternal. Faith is eternal.
For the Emperor.
Faith is eternal.
What are your needs? Direct me to the injured.
Faith is eternal.
For the Emperor.
Dino spotted.
My aim shall not falter. For the Emperor. For the Emperor. For the Emperor.
Under fire!
My aim shall not falter. 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 For the Emperor. For the Emperor. For the Emperor. Establishing a secondary base near this location will give us a forward position with which to engage the enemy. For the Emperor.
What are your needs?
Faith is eternal. Faith is eternal.
Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Under fire!
Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Charge! Charge!
Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Charge! Under fire! Charge!
Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, Brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
Oh, but I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.
Under the orders of Inquisitor Toth, the citizens of Tartarus have begun a mass exodus of the planet. Such an action can lead to disaster in the best of situations. But the reports reaching my ears are ones of planet-wide hysteria as the population makes its pilgrimage to the two main spaceports. Convoys of transports and civilians on foot are being plagued by attacks from Orc forces. Stretched thin, the Imperial Guard is barely keeping order in the major population centers, sacrificing their lives long enough to hold back the green tide of the Orcs. They are truly warriors of the Emperor. I wish for nothing more than to be able to join them in this noble cause. But I cannot deny my duty any more than they can deny theirs. We have found proof that the forces of chaos are operating on the planet of Tartarus. Isidore has found evidence on the blasphemous altar that indicates they may be headed towards Mount Korath, an old mountain located dangerously close to an area of heavy orc activity. I have requested a regiment of Imperial Guard from Colonel Brom to help cover our approach. I regret asking when the Colonel's forces are already stretched to the breaking point, but there are greater things at stake now.
Exalted Farseer, the humans are moving, traversing the slope as you predicted. They are walking into our trap.
Yes, but you can never ambush a space marine. Remember that. They expect treachery at every turn. You can only validate their suspicions.
Your orders?
We have locked the humans into this path as they have locked us into ours. They know they enter a gauntlet, and they will likely drag us into it as well. Now we play our parts, and pray that we are the better actors.
Are you certain?
Yes, the path to Mount Korath. This is where the altar said we must go. Why? Do you question my findings?
I do not question your abilities, brother librarian, but I do question their tactical sense. That mountain pass is the perfect location for an ambush.
Listen to the distrust in his voice. He probably calls you mutant behind your back, but he fears your divinity, your power. You must put the child at ease.
I do not deny that this is likely a trap, which is all the more proof that our enemy lies in this direction.
Very true, old friend. Stay alert and follow my lead. I want no mistakes.
Agreed.
Scouts, are you in position?
Yes, my lord. We have discovered the location of the first Eldar forces.
We must find a way to overcome this Eldar strike force before we can scout out a good location to stage our field operations. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Fear not the Psyker. With me, brothers.
Faith is eternal.
For the Emperor!
Take the battle to the end.
Scouts ready. Scouts charge. Yes, my lord. Scouts charge.
Faith is eternal.
Scouts ready. Scouts charge. Yes, my lord.
Faith is eternal. I shall end.
Scouts ready. Yes, my lord.
Faith is eternal.
Scouts ready.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers. I shall end you.
This structure is a webway portal. The Eldar use them to quickly travel from one location to another. We must destroy any webway
To me, my
portals we
brothers.
find to limit
To
the
me, my
Eldar's
brothers.
mobility.
To me, my brothers.
This is a good location to establish a field base. Gabriel to the Litany of Fury. Lock on my location and prepare to drop HQ. Now.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith is eternal.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. For the Emperor.
Fear not the Psycho.
For the Emperor!
Yes, Lord. Build routine
Faith is
721
eternal.
initiated.
To me, my brothers.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers. I shall end you.
Under fire!
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal.
Space Marines!
To me, my brothers.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal.
Space Marines!
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. For the Emperor.
Squad broken!
Yes, Lord.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal.
Squad
Yes,
for the
Lord.
Emperor!
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Fear not the Psycho.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith
Now that
is
we have
eternal.
established our field base, we must continue through the mountain pass on foot. Expect heavy resistance. Make sure you move cautiously and keep the field base protected at all times.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Fear not the Psycho.
Faith is eternal. Faith is eternal.
My lord, I have arrived at your request.
We need you to cover the Eastern Pass. The combat that is occurring here will likely attract the Orc forces nearby. We cannot afford their interference.
I understand. You can count on the Imperial Guard to hold this pass. No orcs will get by us.
Keep me appraised
To
of the
me, my
situation.
brothers.
If possible,
I
I
shall
will
end
provide
you.
you assistance if
As
the
you
Orcs
wish.
attack.
Yes, my lord.
Under fire!
Build routine 721 initiated. Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Fear not the Psycho.
Through the destruction of our enemies, we can earn our salvation.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith is eternal.
Fear not the Psycho.
Through the destruction of our enemies, do we earn our salvation.
Fear not the Psycho.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers.
Yes, Lord.
Fear not
Under
the Psycho.
fire!
Charge! Charge!
For the Emperor! Under fire!
Fear not the Psyker.
Faith is eternal. I shall end you.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated. Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Fear not the Psyker.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers, I shall end you.
For the Emperor!
To me, my brothers.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
Faith
nearby.
is eternal. Faith is eternal. I shall end you. Faith is eternal.
Under fire!
I shall end you.
Fear not the Psyker.
Under fire!
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Fear not the Psyker.
What is your will?
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith is eternal.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. On alert, brothers.
Under fire!
The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Fear not the Psyker.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Is eternal. I shall end you.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Fear not the Psyker.
Charge. Faith is eternal. I shall end you.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Fear not the Psyker.
Near cycle.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Charge. Faith is eternal. Faith is eternal. I shall end you. To me, my brothers.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated. Build routine 721 initiated. Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
For the Emperor! Under fire!
Armor reporting.
We'll get through this, I know it.
squad deployed.
We'll get through this, I know it.
Armor reporting.
Under fire.
Moving out.
Fate is eternal. I shall end you.
Yes, Lord. Build routine
Fate is
721
eternal.
initiated.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Yes, Lord.
Faith is eternal.
Fear not the Psyker.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must
Faith
be nearby.
is eternal. To me, my brothers.
Armor reporting.
We'll get through this, I know it. We'll get through this, I know it.
Faith is eternal.
Thank the Emperor you're here. I think Command forgot about us.
How long have you been here?
About a week.
You held this position for a week? By yourselves?
Yes, my lord. We've seen some pretty freaky stuff, too. Come on. We'll show you.
To me, my brothers.
Under fire.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
Under
Lord.
fire.
Faith is eternal.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Squad morale restored.
Yes. Yes. Colonel Braun taking command.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated. Yes, Lord.
Under fire.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers. To me, my brothers.
Armor reporting.
The Emperor protects.
Armor reporting. Armor reporting.
We'll get through this, I know it.
For the Emperor, faith is eternal.
Yes, my lord. Under fire.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers.
Yes, my lord. Moving out. Charge.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Under
Faith is
fire.
eternal. To me, my brothers. I shall end you. I shall end
Armor reporting.
We'll get through this, I know it.
Armor reporting. Armor reporting. Moving out. Armor reporting.
Yes, my lord. Charge.
you. Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers.
Under fire.
Faith is eternal. Faith is eternal.
Yes, Lord.
Armor reporting. Armor reporting.
Faith is eternal. I shall end you. I shall end you.
Under fire! Yes, my lord. Moving out.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. For the Emperor.
Under fire! Yes, my lord. Charge! Moving out.
Faith is eternal. To me, my brothers.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. My aim shall not falter.
Fear not, son. Through the destruction of
On
our
alert,
enemies,
brothers.
we earn our
The enemy must be
salvation.
nearby.
Faith is eternal. I shall end.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Faith is eternal.
Yes, Lord.
Under fire! Yes, my lord.
Faith is eternal.
Marine
the
squad
Emperor.
deployed.